Welcome back to the Moda Super Series charity influencer event. Look at that crowd. They're excited because there is a big final about to take place. We have got George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe against Charlie Murphy and Fallon Sherrock. George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe, they beat big names to make it here. Cole Anderson, Jared Cole out immediately. The task referee and Ashley Coleman, they were also out immediately. It's perhaps not a final people expected, but based off what we've seen, I think it's a final everyone now wants. And to introduce that final, we now throw to Owen Binks.
Good afternoon and welcome back to this influencer charity event here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. It is time to meet the finalists. Would you please first welcome to the stage Supersonic George Scaife and baby boy Adam Lipscombe. And now their opponents, please welcome to the stage. It's Charlie Madhouse Murphy and the Queen of the Palace, Fallon Sherrock.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. This is me, I'm still on it, 'cause you all wanna be loved. Yeah, you all wanna be loved by a champion, a champion. When I hear
And it all comes down to this, and I didn't think when this all started off that we'd be talking about this in the same sort of way that we talk about a regular event here at the Super Series, where we are talking about the standards. But this has been a very high standard from the players you're seeing on your stage right now. George Scaife opened up with a maximum on his very first throw, and that's a partnership that have been running around the 75 average mark. Now, I've been doing some comparisons against that in terms of pairs that have been playing at the PDC
Okay, thank you,
World
ladies
Cup.
and gentlemen. First leg, it's George to throw first. Game on!
They are playing a standard that wouldn't be too far off of the standard of the early rounds of the PDC World Cup. That's where you're getting
70.
two professional players. They even averaged in the first game more than France did in the World Cup, and that's a partnership that has two
30.
PDC Tour card holders. They are taking on here Murphy and Sherrock.
140.
I can't fault the performance of them so far, and Murphy has more than played his part, hitting both of the match-winning doubles.
60.
Jake, which way do you see this one going?
It's a tough one, but I'm going to have to lean towards George and Adam right now,
58.
Scaife and Lipscombe. I think they've just got a little bit more about them, but I think both influencers can come away from this pairs event very proud of themselves. You know,
30.
they've contributed a lot between them.
Well, Lipscombe has come into this on very good form. He had a good week here at the Super Series. He
60.
took part in Group B, of which he qualified through in flying colours. He had an average of 105.47 earlier on in the week. That was his opening game up there on the
57.
stage, and he's carried that into the influencer event. He's had a couple of 180s already. One of them was the old Adrian Lewis, the turn the head
24.
at the last dart. Certainly embracing the experience here in Portsmouth.
And that's exactly what the fans wanted. Everyone who's involved here, they knew the crowd was going to be up for it, and they gave them a fantastic spectacle so far.
59.
There are plenty more darts still to be thrown throughout the day. We have the singles event still to come. We will let you know the draw and the bracket for that. It's also available on the
58.
social media channels
Georgia
at
record 90.
MSS Darts. If you want to go check out who's playing who and where.
The influencer of each pair here,
23.
they were looking to do the double, and I think it's fair to say that both of them, no matter who wins this final, could easily go on to do the double.
99. Adam, you require 67.
Well, these shots Adam Lipscombe has been mopping up all afternoon.
59. Fallon, you require 107.
Fallon is on a technical 2-dart finish here. Is she going to go straight for the bull? No, fair enough. Oh, but we've incorporated a double finish.
Not the deliberate one, as she wasn't even sure what that would have left, but it's 7-7 for Fallon Sherrock.
100.
Just
You
inside.
require 8.
So it's now going to fall onto the influencers to see if they can get the leg complete. When it comes to the doubles, George Scaife hasn't been as reliable as Charlie Murphy.
Charlie requires 7.
I dare say Charlie Murphy's probably hit more of the finishers. 2-2.
3.
I suppose this is where the pressure
you
comes as
require
well when
4.
you've got a player like Adam Lipscombe breathing down your neck, ready to come to the hockey.
Game
He
shot
does
on the
his
first
job
leg.
well.
George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
First blood to Lipscombe and Scaife. The partnership that really
Leggett
lit this
Charlie to
room
throw
up in the
first.
opening game.
This is where we'll really see the bottle of Charlie Murphy here. Can he keep it going?
45.
Can he contribute even more than he has so far?
Well,
22.
he doesn't tend to play too many darts, certainly outside of the home, where he just plays darts in his bedroom, as most of you will probably
140.
be very well aware, watching him on his TikTok channel. He first got into darts just
60.
watching the darts on the TV, probably inspired by the Gary Anderson-Michael Van Gerwen match, which was his favourite darting moment.
60.
And you could pick any of those. Those two have had some serious battles across the years and may even have some more battles coming up over the next sort of 7 months or so. Gary Anderson recently
70.
picking up a PDC European Tour title, which means you're going to see him once again up there on all those big stages. So that might be a rivalry that gets renewed very soon.
42.
Charlie Murphy is often referred to on TikTok as the Peter Wright of TikTok due to the fact he has
97.
so many different sets of darts which he goes through. He actually has his own competition on TikTok where he plays against himself with other dart shirts on, and people love it, so fair enough.
100.
I like that. I like that idea. That's good. Well, we did get a number on the amount of darts that Charlie Murphy believes that he owns.
85.
He's probably forgot a few sets along the way when you get a big collection. That tends to happen. But he reckons he got about 29 sets.
Light work for someone like Peter Wright.
Adam, you reckon 167.
Won't go for Lipscombe. And a chance now.
95. Charlie
For a
requires
level game.
56.
This has been his bread and butter so far, hasn't it, Matt?
Oh, and that's no longer a possibility of a finish. He'd have kept it straight. He could have gone for the
36.
double 10, but
Georgia requires 72.
unless Scaife can take out the 72, it was essentially 6 darts before Adam Lipscombe gets back to the board. Just working out his numbers. His tops.
52.
Desperately
Fallon,
unlucky
you
there.
require 20. Game shot on the second leg.
Fallon's
Charlie Murphy
Sherrock
and Fallon
squares
Sherrock.
us up.
The leg is George to throw first. Game on.
The advantage of throw may come into play here. That is in the favour of Scaife and Lipscombe. And we do go all the way through. There won't be a bull up
60.
if it goes to 2 legs apiece. We go straight through to the final leg.
There's a lot of the influencers wearing jeans on the stage.
41.
I can't imagine when you get all the way to the final, it's particularly comfortable playing this many games in jeans, but
Well, it's not regulation attire, is it?
60.
You do still need to wear trousers. It used to just be plain black trousers, but as we've seen over time, that has evolved. We'll call that the Peter Wright rule
40.
as well, who likes to wear some questionable attire at times. It used to always be black shoes and black trousers, but that's also changed now as well. You used to have special
83.
dispensation to be able to wear trainers. I believe the late great Andy Fordham was one of the first players to wear trainers. He used to have a note to
45.
allow him to do so. nowadays, it's very rare that you see people wearing shoes. I think I can only think of maybe a handful. Kevin Painter last week
100.
was wearing a pair of shoes.
Well, speaking of what people are wearing, all the influencers are kitted out with Winmore shirts. So shout out to Winmore for providing them.
100.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got away with those a couple of years ago. Times changing. Rules relaxing as
80.
the world becomes a little bit more casual in regards to attire. They look more like you were going to go out for a jog.
Well, maybe George does actually need to brush up on what attire he
60.
can wear at a darts match.
me
Because
require
based off this,
180.
who knows where he might go.
He may certainly ask himself the question. What would happen if I
58.
started practicing? What would happen if I did a few bits?
It'd make a good YouTube video regardless.
Oh, no doubt.
97. Georgia requires 60.
Not going to get a dart at the double.
40.
Just needs to leave Fallon handy. It's left her on a
Johnny
two-darter,
requires
so
180.
no real advantage gained on that exchange. That's one thing about
32.
Fallon, she's
Academy required
really takes all this in a
46.
stride. There's been a lot of cheering and jeering at times, but she just stood embracing and enjoying the
Game
experience.
shot on the third leg.
And that advantage
George
of throw
Scaife
goes
and Adam
again
Lipscombe.
in the favour of the team throwing first.
Full flag is Charlie to throw first. Game on.
This is truly a massive leg right now. Charlie Murphy and Fallon, can they hold their bottle and take it to a decider?
45.
Well, this is where a lot of people don't like playing pairs. Let's just think about Fallon Sherrock for a second. It's going to be about 6 visits now since she last
35.
was able to throw. That's quite some time stood at the back of the stage. When we talk about slower players being a little bit distracting because you can't get the flow, luckily Fallon
100.
Sherrock is one of those players that don't rely so much on rhythm. But imagine if that was someone like
95.
myself, for example, who relies completely on rhythm and pace and fluency rather than that sort of steady setting of the dart like someone like Fallon does.
45.
I'm sure you'd be able to involve the crowd, Matt. Don't worry about it.
Crowd don't win you the games, though.
Nothing wins you the games, mate.
13. $140.
Well, they're making a move. Really hammering home that advantage of throwing first as well. Making a sizable gap in the
100.
scoreboard. And this does look like it's going to go all the way.
What can Charlie leave Fallon here?
59.
It's steady.
$64. Fallon require 112.
So time will be on their side. Guaranteed 6 darts here for the Sherrock and Murphy combination.
38.
But doesn't leave it overly handy for a less experienced partner.
140.
Unlike Adam Lipscombe, who's left it on a handy 2-darter for Scaife.
He loved that too.
Double 18
56.
doesn't go. And this is a chance for George Scaife
54.
to win the match, to win the title.
It's on.
$14. Fallon require 18. Game shot.
Fallon
the full
Sherrock
flag.
keeps
Charlie
her
Murphy
composure and
Fallon
takes us
Sherrock.
all the way. Perhaps deserved from what we've seen
Fifth
today,
and
that the final
leg,
game
it's
goes all the way.
George to throw first. Game on.
Well, this was a game when both pairs walked onto the stage. You would really struggle to have split them. And even now, the only thing that's deciding these legs is
59, what
who's
a
thrown
save.
first.
Not bad
100.
at all from the influencers to kick off this leg.
95.
Keeping up with the trebles. Ooh, now, is that a slip? Can George Scaife take advantage of a Fallon Sherrock potential mistake? Oh, look at that. That first start is beautiful. Is it in? It is in. Could he get two? Oh,
140.
mighty unfortunate.
I get the feeling that had he have hit another 180 there, it wouldn't have been the same reaction as the first one, where he gave it a massive celebration and got the phone out and took a picture.
40.
I feel that one would have been a little bit more serious.
40.
Unlucky there from Adam Lipscombe. He has left the finish, though. I mean, the roof would go off this place if George Scaife managed to take out the 167.
George Require 167.
Just watching the reaction there of Murphy, who feels this may be slipping away. This is the final leg. One more opportunity. This is a time to find a big treble. A nice straight ton here would change the whole complexion of the leg.
60. Adam, you require 156. 95.
What can Fallon put in here? It's not an ideal start, but can she recover?
41. Georgia requires 61.
And that reaction is the reaction of someone who knows she's in trouble now. There's to be some way to bookend his day. He started off with a 180. Imagine if he can now find the match-winning dart. .42 scored. Oh, he's going to get a match-winning dart.
Oh, yes, I love it. Oh, yeah, there we go. The crowd are so enthralled in this.
53.
He wanted the build-up and the reaction, but the reaction was one of mild disappointment.
But it will be
44.
a return for Adam Lipscombe and George
require
Scaife.
8.
Double four for the title.
Game shot out the match, and the influence of past champion, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
From the very first darts that was thrown up there on that stage, this was a pair that you had to take note of. George Scaife opened the day here in the pairs of the influencer event with a big maximum, the 180. That is trending right now over on the various social media platforms. You can go check that out and relive that moment, but this is another moment that I'm sure you'll be reliving throughout the day. George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe, the local boy Adam Lipscombe, who packed out this place just, well, less than 24 hours ago when he took on the Moda Super Series, getting through to the semi-final stage. He would have been wanting to lift that trophy. Instead, he's going to be lifting a different trophy very soon. It was a clear-cut performance when they took out Jared Cole and Cole Anderson James. I think Goldings and Cam Crabtree went by the wayside before the final game, which all went with throw. That advantage of throw was a real big turning point for the pair when Fallon Sherrock and Charlie Murphy went down to our winning doubles.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present the trophy. Would you please show your appreciation for the winner of the Influencer Pairs event, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe.
Amazing scenes here at the Live Lounge. The local lad Adam Lipscombe getting his hands on a trophy in this venue. I'm sure he'll be doing that many more times. For George Scaife, it has been a great day, a great performance. And moving into the singles, you've got to think he is going to be one of the fancied players. He will be coming up with Adam Lipscombe for a chat. You're going to hear from the winning pair.
Well, what an experience. The Moda Super Series charity influencer events doubles competition is now finished. And we're joined with the winners, George Scaife and Adam Lipscombe. Fellas, what a performance.
Class, mate. Absolute class. We joined, well, we paired up quite well, really, didn't we?
Unbelievable, yeah. To be honest, my expectation were just get through the first round, build a bit of momentum, but we did one better, I think, and
100%, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we gelled quite well together, to be fair.
good team. Yeah.
Adam, just how impressed were you with George? I think,
Mate.
as an influencer, I think he's the best one so far.
I came out, when he hit the 180, I thought, wow, we have to switch roles now. I'm going to have to start TikToking or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's hit a 180, I've got to try and back up. When I hit the first triple 20, I thought, here we go. And then hit the 1-3, class. Brilliant player, mate.
Let's talk about both of those moments. George, you kicked off with a 180. How did that make you feel? I think a lot of people here would have dreamed of doing it, but to actually go and do it on the stage, there's some serious bottle there.
Well, we were having bets in the background, in the back room, saying who's going to hit one first, how many we're going to hit, and Pieface hit one in practice. So I thought, I've got to try. Let that third dart just. I often get to 2 in, and then you think, oh my god, you know what I mean? We've all had that feeling, but I just tried to throw it higher and use the other 2 as a guide.
To have one viral moment from you two would have been enough. But Adam, you also decided to put in a no-look 180.
So what? I left, I think it was 203, and I thought 2 triple 20s are in. The arm's going to go, just literally give it, just a bit of fun in it. And I thought, I never normally do anything like that. So I thought, give it a go, and then,
Adam, how do you think George is going to get on with the influencer singles event? What comes up straight after this?
I think he'll win it, mate. I think if he stays as he is, straight, he's got the, let's say, pedigree. So I think, straight as an arrow. When he goes out, he misses a couple, he goes down for the 19s, and he showed that by hitting the triple when he was on that. So,
Well, you've got to be a little bit nervous, Adam, because we've been bantering in the comms box. George, is it time for Q School?
You serious? Oh, no, absolutely not. No, definitely not.
Not with those jeans anyway, but going into the singles influencer event, you've got to fancy yourself.
Yeah, I've got Jack in the first, darts referee in the first round. He's a good player. I've seen him play. He's obviously playing left-handed, so he's got the excuses, I guess. But no, we'll give it a go. Why not?
Well, fellas, you've been absolutely fantastic, and we can't thank you enough for participating in the event, and I'm sure this is something what will stay with you for a long time. Being the
I was
first
100%,
ever.
mate. I say thank you for the invite and class. I got partnered up with, I think the better player in the room.
Absolutely
thank you.
fantastic, fellas. We thank you a lot.